Along those lines, by the way, one thing I found a bit weird is, like, this is one of those areas where people have to understand. When I, like, do analysis or make a joke on Twitter, it's different from, like, what I would ask someone in an interview. So people think I hate FalleN, right? But the joke is, coldzera, I actually, to reference, like, what we were talking about earlier with you, I actually just have a very high standard. Like, believe it or not, when you guys were number one and you were winning all those titles, I thought he was the best in-game leader. He was doing an awesome job. And I know years later when it became MIBR, he actually once on a live show, I think it was at Blast or something, he even said to me, he admitted he actually thought he'd sort of lost his way as a leader, like he lost some of his feel for the game. Or, I mean, famously, like, if you remember, dude, when you guys were winning the major, you were one of the best on Inferno. Then there was years where, like, every team that he was on seemed to lose on Inferno. So do you have a sense of what happened to FalleN? Like, he was really amazing once at a leader, right? Did something happen to his style or his confidence? What do you think happened to him? He wasn't the best anymore?
I think, like, FalleN, like, before he plays good, he needs a lot of confidence, right? So that's one thing I can see in Furia, for example, right? So he joins Furia now, and I feel like if people doesn't believe in 100%, he's not gonna deliver 100%, right? So he's the type, for me, right? So for me, he's the type of player he needs confidence. So people needs to believe on his work. People needs to believe in his system. People needs to follow, like, the way how he should play, because that's how things connected each other. Like, I cannot have a different opinion, for example, from his system, for example, because if I'm having a different opinion, this is not gonna work, because I'm thinking the different way that he thinks. And that's one thing in our team, like, we are trying to connect everybody. So FNX, me, Fer, FalleN, and Taco, we understood how the system should work, and everyone was thinking the same way. No one was criticizing, no one was blaming, no one was complaining. Everyone just believe, and we're gonna make the system work. And people respect the system. So that's how the, like, teams have their own characteristics, right? So, like, for example, if you play against Navi, like, the Russian characteristics, like playing a little bit more aggressive, they're gonna test you a lot. Like VP, Spirit, they're gonna test you, and if you fail, you're gonna get stomped, right? So, like, the French, of course, same thing as well. They like to, on the pass, they like to test you a lot as well. So they put the Alper to search more. So, like, we just have our own characteristics, and we just believe, like, things are gonna work, right? So we like the slow pace. We knew how to use the lurker correctly. We knew how to use the guys on the side to mix off the fakes. We knew how to use the block really well to create, like, a good initiative for we create space. So, like, and that's how every team has their own style, right? So, but for this work, people need to believe. They cannot complain, they cannot be arguing, and that's why I think FalleN cannot deliver it too much nowadays, because this new generation, they just like to complain more than listen, you know? So, and I think people need to listen, because FalleN didn't win 2 years as the best in-game leader for nothing, right? So he understands about the game. So you just need to build his confidence and let him work as well, and let him do his job. And for the other players, for me, like, they just should listen a little bit more as well and try to understand his mentality, you know? First, try to understand the mentality, try to work around this. And if it doesn't work, you create your own characteristics, you know? Like, just create the way how you should play, but together. Like, you cannot have, like, 5 heads inside the team and every head is thinking different, you know?
See more cool, funny, interesting clips based on topics from my content? Well, subscribe to this channel then, or, you know, be a pleb and don't.